Hi, guys. Good afternoon to you, and a happy Memorial Day to you as well. To those of you who have served or are currently serving, thank you for all your service. No matter what war or conflict that you were involved with, no matter if you agreed with it or if you were for it, I thank you for your service. It is very, very much appreciated by numerous, countless people. So thank you. Well, with that being said, welcome to the Memorial Day video for the Edward. Although I'm not really doing anything related to Memorial Day, I just wanted to give a shout out to our veterans who very, very much deserve recognition for all they do. But today's video, I will be discussing my reaction to the newest trailer for actually the first trailer for the upcoming summer show to debut on CBS June 30th, Zoo. And I'm very, very excited about this because it is based off of the very first graphic novel that I read and fully enjoyed. In fact, I enjoyed it so much that I bought it right there in the comic book store. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, because as I have admitted to you before, I am not a huge comic book guy. In fact, I prefer not to be a comic book fan because if someone were to ever adapt my favorite comic book or favorite character into a film or TV show and they didn't do every single little detail according to the comic, I don't want to be one of those disappointed fanboys who are never satisfied with the comic book adaptation, whether it be Dark Horse, Marvel, or DC or whatever. But that being said, I loved Zoo. Zoo is fantastic. Zoo is this graphic novel right here, written by the very talented James Patterson. And I believe you can also find this in the novel form as well. But this is the graphic novel version, which is awesome. It is an incredible, incredible story, and it really engages you. It's like like a good chunk of it is a good mystery. Halfway through it, then you're like, oh, okay. And I'm not going to go into details and spoil anything for anybody, but to give you an idea of what the story is about. Like the TV show, as for those of you who watch the trailer, Zoo is basically about animals who begin attacking people without reason or provocation. Hyper-aggressive, ultra-violent animal attacks begin occurring within the United States, and it slowly spreads throughout the world. And this one young scientist, a scientist who's actually been studying and investigating these attacks before it came to light, it's about him and his journey across the world, investigating different claims and attacks and trying to figure out what's happening and why, and most of all, what's to come. And it's a great story. It's a great thriller. It just, from the very first frame, you're hooked. You're like, ooh, that was interesting. And then it just continues to build, 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 and build. And I'm really excited about this graphic novel becoming a TV show because you could expand the world that Zoo creates in the graphic novel into a big, big universe in the TV show. Because not only will we be following our main character on the show, much like we do in the novel, but we could see other characters, new characters created for the show, pop up all over the show in different places all over the country and all over the world, and see how they deal with their struggles with the violent animal conflicts and animal attacks going on right now. And it looks like, from what I can tell from the trailer, they're going to be starting it exactly the same way as the graphic novel starts, which starts with a few minor, a couple of animal attacks happened, a couple people died. It's not that bad. But as they continue to become consistent and increasingly violent, that's when it gets people's attention. And it looks like they've added a few new characters who are kind of like in a part of this investigative team with our main character, and they start coming up with their own theories and reasons as to why animals are suddenly grouping together and attacking people. Like we see in the trailer, we see the man and the woman who are looking right up at the tree, and it's full of cats, these hissing, meowing cats that have it looks like there's close to 40 or 50 of them all sharing branches in this huge tree. And then later in the trailer, we see a man get cornered in an alley or behind his house by what we assume is his own pet dog, but then there's like several other dogs and they form some kind of dog pack and they're all snarling at him. And it's really, really exciting, you guys. I'm really looking forward to it because there are some awesome scenes, some great moments from this graphic novel that looks like they're going to be adapting them to the show, and it looks really exciting. Now, unfortunately, I will be on a temporary hiatus come mid-June, early July. I will be going on vacation, so I will be missing the series premiere of Zoo, which debuts on CBS June 30th, and I'll also be missing the season premiere of the fifth and final season of Falling Skies on TNT. Oh, and of course, the same date of the Zoo premiere is when the Scream, the TV series, premieres on MTV. So unfortunately, I will be missing out on those three big premieres, but I will be doing recaps and reviews of them as soon as I watch them when I return from my trip. So my review and recap videos for those three shows might be a few days old, but they'll still be fresh in everybody's mind and definitely in my mind. So stay tuned for those videos. But for now, this is just me talking about what I thought of the trailer, and it looks extremely promising and a hell of a lot of fun. And for those of you who are still having a difficult time trying to grasp as to what this story is about, just think of it as like the movie The Birds on a global scale. Unprovoked animal attacks. I'm not going to go into specifics or details as to why it's happening, because whether or not how they address why animals are attacking may not necessarily translate into the show as they reveal it in the graphic novel, if they choose to reveal it this season at all. So, but I'm very excited about it because the show is going to give them a lot of opportunities to tell different stories with different characters, new characters created for the TV show, because there are a couple of big main characters in the graphic novel, but not too many. So we might see some new characters deal with their problems in whatever part of the world they're located in and whatever animal horde they go up against or whatever. So that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be exciting. So I'm looking forward to it, and I highly recommend it. And I would recommend both the graphic novel and the show. However, if you have not read the graphic novel and you just want to see how the show turns out, I would recommend avoiding the graphic novel to avoid potential spoilers for yourselves. However, if you want to read the graphic novel and then start watching the show, either way, I don't really care. But I think this is a great read, and the show looks like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun too. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. Well, thank you very much for joining me once again here on The Edward. I have been your host, Eddie, and stay tuned for another video I will be posting later today, where I will be doing a Nerdtastic news segment talking about the latest stories that have been developing the past couple days. And once again, have a safe and happy Memorial Day, and until next time, may the Force be with you.